grass-eater boys. They're the meat-eaters, the dog-type boys, cat-type boys, the rabbit-type boys, hyena-type boys, unicorn-type boys, fossil-type boys, the otaku boys, dumpling-type boys. Hey guys, on Ask Japanese, it's Cathy Cat. This day, we are gonna talk about 10 types of Japanese boys you might encounter when you come to Japan. So, let's go!
準備はいいですか?
So, 食男子. So means grass, 食 means eat. The grass-eater boys. Now, to every alpha male, there is a B male. To every aggressive, active person, there is a passive person. And that's the type of boy we're talking about. Japan has a big rise of the so shokudanshi right now. We actually mentioned it. We have done street interviews about it. It's not just a rumor, it's true. There are quite a lot of passive Japanese boys, meaning they are not going out of the way to approach a girl. They might not even want to approach a girl. They're pretty fine by themselves. They don't really care. Or if they are in a relationship, they're not the type who will make the first move. And they're maybe not even the type who will want to do the naughty. So it seems to be a thing that is on the rise right now in Japan. One of the exclamations or explanations I've heard is that they are actually very considerate. They think quite a lot and they don't want to annoy or bother girls. So they're just being passive and just doing their own thing. However, I also heard that a couple of those, if you try it right, they can get motivated to be a bit more active. So these are the social gudanji. If you're curious about those ones, there is a video. Let's pop that in the links down below. And let's head on to the next one.
よろしくお願いします。
Nikushoku danshi. Niku means meat. Shoku, eat. So, they're the meat eaters. The Nikushoku danshi are the aggressive ones. They're the alpha males. They're the ones who want stuff and they go out to get it. Meaning they really like girls. They also have a little bit of a reputation of being kind of greedy. They're the type that you'll definitely see at the beach flaunting their style, trying to get some girls to come along with them. They're the ones who will actively approach a girl. They will chat girls up. So they're right opposite of the shoushoku danshi. These ones also have a little bit of the reputation of being cheaters. So if you're going out with one of them, it's pretty hard to keep them in their cage because the meat eaters, they're hungry.
NEXT
Inu-kei danshi. Inu means dog. K means type. So the dog type boys. Now the dog type boys, yes, I'm not making this up. This is a thing. You can find this online. Are said to be the loyal ones. They're the ones who are very, very talkative, but also very loyal. So they stick with one person. They are not the type to cheat. And they generally like to spend their free time together with their significant other. There's also a thing of saying that they're very much the outdoor type person, meaning they want to do things outside, they enjoy nature and similar things like that. Dog type boys. I know. I swear I'm not making this up because the next one is Neko-kei danshi. Neko meaning cat type boys, the cat type boys. Now those are the ones who are a bit mysterious. It's a little bit hard to talk to with them at first. They seem to be kind of distant. They're kind of doing their own thing, but suddenly they will come close and maybe make a move. They also seem to be the tsundere type, meaning they're kind of cool, but when you actually scratch a little bit behind the surface, they're actually kind of nice, but they sometimes don't know how to deal with their emotions. Also, they're said to be the ones who prefer to do their things in their own kind of ways, at their own kind of speed, and they're more the type to maybe hang around inside. What do you think about that? Guess what? There's more. Usagi-kei danshi. Usagi means rabbit. So the rabbit type boys. Now the rabbit type boy seems to be the type that is a little bit more androgynous. You might have seen it more in anime. Yes, that's usually Honey Senpai and similar. They are kind of cute and androgynous, and rather than then taking care of the girl, they're the type who wants to be taken care of. Look after me. I'm a cute bunny. It's sometimes hard to see what they're thinking, and sometimes they can actually do things that you really don't expect them to do. And they also seem to be the type that likes the older ladies. Well, it might go with the whole take care of me kind of theme. Now, that's one thing to think about. Are there Usagi type boys in your country? They're also the type who gets lonely easy. So they hope that someone will come and take care of them because they're lonely. Take care of me, I'm cute and fluffy.
しばらくお待ちください。
Hyena K Dancy. Hyena? Hyena. K type. Hyena type boys. Now what are hyena type boys? Imagine a drinking situation. It's a group of boys and a group of girls, and it's a kind of dating kind of thing. Who's going to end up, maybe seeing each other. He knows, or the hyena boy knows, he's not looks-wise top number 1 or 2. They may be starting around 3, 4 looks-wise. So they know that they won't get the prettiest girl at the table because she's probably going to go with the prettiest boy at that party. However, they know their chances, meaning they're quite calculating and they're like, okay, well, I'm not going to get number 1 and 2. This is what the lion seed. I'll wait for the leftovers, apparently. Excuse me. Anyways, that's apparently a trait of the hyena boys. They know they're not the most attractive, so they're not gonna aim for the most attractive person, but they kind of measure out their chances. They're kind of calculating, and they know kind of where they stand in that matter and who they can approach in that kind of social environment. This links back to gokan, which is a thing where usually, for example, 5 boys meet 5 girls. So it's an equal amount of girls and boys on the table, and it's there kind of as a arranged date. You check out who you're going to go and end up with. So that's the situation where the hyena boys know they can't eat with the lion seed, but they know what they might be able to get or where their chances lie.
ちょっと待ってね。
Unicorn K Dance, the unicorn type boys. Guess what? These kind of boys, they're the best in sports. They're the most studious in class, the most popular, and they also come from a high class background, meaning they're kind of rich, and they also haven't found a girlfriend yet because they haven't just been interested in this kind of stuff yet. Do you get why they're called unicorn boys? Because they kind of don't exist. Those kind of perfect boys called the unicorn boys, you generally just find in anime and manga aimed at girls. Unfortunately, doesn't seem to be real. And that's why they're the unicorns. So rare, so beautiful, and yet so non-existent. Only in our dreams. Or if we believe hard enough.
3、2、1、0
Kaseki K Danshi. Fossil type boys. Those type of boys are so old school that it's almost painful. Those ones are sticking to the very, very old traditions of Japan and kind of want them to happen in real life. Think of the mighty samurai who were walking before the woman, where the man stands over the woman. He shall walk in front of her and lead. Those kind of things. They kind of still really want that to happen right now in, the 2000s. They're also super conservative and bossy, so not really the kind of person that would be popular. That's why they're probably dying out by now. Yet, they still expect girls to do absolutely everything for them, hold them up high, and see them as a superior being to them. Great, guys. I don't think that's gonna fly so well in this year. Otaku dance. So, the otaku boys, the geeky boys. Now, they know a lot. They have a lot of knowledge. Oh, their favorite anime, manga, idols, music, and similar. But most of the trivia is maybe not really that big, so it's more of a trivia that depends to them. So they love talking about that, though. They're generally actually my favorite. However, they're also saying that they're the ones who don't cheat as much. But if it goes into the extreme, they're said to be the ones who have very high standards, especially if they're into idols. So they want the girls to be absolutely perfect, and sometimes so perfect that no girl can even match that. And number 2 is, if it goes into the extreme, they might have some weird fetishes or things that they really want to happen. So that's a negative part of it. But apart from that, otaku boys are pretty cool and loyal.
俺が相手だ
Gyoza K Danshi, the dumpling type boys, meaning with a dumpling, same thing as from the outside, you can't quite tell what's on the inside. So in a way, they're mysterious, but also a little bit closed off. It's hard to find out what they're actually thinking, and they won't really let you know what they are thinking. They're also said to be the ones who are not quite honest. They hide quite a lot of things about themselves, and even though they're mysterious, they're kind of really hard to get along with because they don't really open up. So that's why they're closed, like a little dumpling that you put in soup.
お疲れ様です。
So these were 10 types of Japanese boys that you might encounter here in Japan. Now let me know, what is your type of Japanese boys? Let us know down below. A for girls, maybe, what type is your type? And B for guys, where do you see yourself? Does any of these criteria match you or not? I know they're all not positive. We tried to put in the positives and negatives a little bit. But yeah, let us know what you think about that. Looking forward to reading lots of comments. So what is your type? Or maybe what's your partner's type? Looking forward to finding out. There's more videos on this on our Ask Japanese channel. Be sure to be subscribed if you haven't already. Come on, subscribe. We're fun. Also, don't forget, give us a like because you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. And I'll catch you soon for more stuff here from Japan coming out to you with Ask Japanese. Bye.